All right, soccer fans, let's welcome you into the Ontario Soccer Centre Fieldhouse for the final match of the day here at the 2022 OPDL Gary Miller Charity Shield. It's the girls under 17 final here at the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield, and we get you set for the opening kickoff here between Markham and Whitecaps London. Launched in 2014 with a 2001 age group, the OPDL is Ontario's first and Canada's foremost standards-based youth high-performance league that combines top-level competition with comprehensive high-performance training standards. This innovative and exciting youth high-performance program is an important standard bearer of the adoption of LTPD, long-term player development principles, across soccer at large in Ontario and Canada. OPDL encompasses the U13 to U17 age categories for both males and females, which are delivered by 30 committed license holders from Windsor in the west all the way to Ottawa in the east. This program has come to be the pace setter and embodiment of a more refined, standards-based, high-performance development environment benefiting players, coaches, and match officials across Ontario. This weekend marks the long-awaited and hotly contested season finale for the U14, 15, and 17 age groups, as well as the second annual edition of this competition after it was renamed in honor of former Ontario Soccer Director of Soccer Operations, Gary Miller, in 2021. As a friend, mentor, and coach to many generations of Ontario soccer participants, Gary was a pioneer for the modernization of soccer in Canada and staunch advocate for the long-term player, coach, and match official development. Nowhere was Gary's influence more critical and impactful than as a member on Ontario Soccer's Technical Advisory Committee, which developed the standards for the Ontario Player Development League launched in 2014. We applaud all finalists of the 2022 OPDL Gary Miller Charity Shield who have excelled all season long, on and off the pitch, and succeeded in the face of adversity to earn a berth at this prestigious event. Good luck to all and best wishes for a tremendous weekend of soccer memories to last you a lifetime. Well, we're getting the lineups for both squads being announced here by our venue PA announcer, Sandy Slade, and a chance for us to remind you that Toronto FC is the official founding premier partner of Ontario Soccer, as well as the co-presenting partner for the OPDL, the province's youth high performance league. Their commitment to the game in Ontario is unrivaled. Visit torontofc.com for tickets and more. It'll be Markham in their all dark kits, black shirts, a little bit of white and yellow trimming, black shorts, black socks. Whitecaps London wearing their white kits, blue numbering on the backs, white shirt, white shorts, white socks, as we get set for the opening kickoff here at the girls under 17 final of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. Well, we're just about to have the national anthem, so we'll step aside for a brief moment and pick it up after the playing of Old Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the champions. And then later, you can stand playing your national anthem.
It's the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield, and it's the under 17 girls final. We are moments away from the opening kickoff as you're tuned in to an Ontario Soccer live stream broadcast production as we're streaming live on Twitch. Give us a like, give us a follow, donate if you so wish. And of course, stay tuned for the opening kickoff between Markham and Whitecaps London coming up next. Starting keepers for today's match for Whitecaps London, it's Isabel Strong. A couple of double zeros going head-to-head here. For Markham, it's Lynn getting the start between the sticks. And we'll see if the two keepers factor in the way we've seen other keepers factor in both positive and negative manners here today at the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. But before the opening kickoff, let's remind you that the Canadian Premier League CPL, on behalf of its Ontario-based member clubs Forge FC, York United FC, and Atletico Ottawa, are now premier partners of Ontario Soccer and co-presenting partners of the OPDL. For updates and more info, please go to canpl.ca. And don't forget, today's Gary Miller Charity Shield action is fueled by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. We're going to be playing two 45-minute halves here in the girls under 17 final, as we're just moments away from the opening kickoff, as it looks like it'll be Markham to kick us off. London coming out in a 4-4-2 formation. And we'll see if Whitecaps London, actually Whitecaps may be kicking us off here, as they will kick us off with Maria Saavedra over top the ball for Whitecaps. So Saavedra gets set to kick us off. Markham will defend the goal to our left, working left to right across the screen in the dark jerseys. Whitecaps London working right to left across your monitors in the all-white kits. We're just moments away from kickoff, and it's the under-17 girls final here at the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. As Markham start to take their shape, playing with a four-woman back line, and it looks like, well, they may have some shifting through the midfield, but it looks like probably a 4-4-2 as well. Could be a morphing formation for both squads as London kicks us off, and we're underway here in the girls under 17 final of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. London earning an early throw here with Flesher tossing in. Running onto the ball, Saavedra. She tries to chip in front. They're threatening in the first minute here, but Markham able to clear it away, and Heck, in the opening two matches, we saw early goals. Goals in the opening 2 minutes from both matches earlier today, but while Markham holding their defensive shape that time and able to clear the danger as now they play it through their back line. Stepping up to control is Alexander. She touches out wide, and now Markham look to press up the attacking side of midfield, draw back into their own half, and on the back pass, it's turned over as Saavedra was there to take it for Whitecaps London. Controlled through the midfield, they play it backwards, and here's a chance now for Markham as stepping up. Naheen, she takes the shot from distance, and that one over top the bar, but a good attempt there from Led Naheen as she generates that chance off the turnover, and well, both teams coughing it up early, and Markham generating a good chance early. And they pressure and force Whitecaps to knock it out for a throw-in. So Markham will get a throw here in the offensive third as it's tossed in. Alexander returns the ball to the thrower. There's a cross in, and Strong there to make the save at the near post. Good keeping by Isabel Strong. She'll bowl it out, but a player on the back of the recipient. So she has to go back to Strong, who's being pressured here, and Strong nearly coughs it up. Now it's poked on. Good work that time by Dance as she knocks it forward. And Whitecaps take it across with Cameron, her pass out of play, out for a throw into Markham. Markham almost playing a 4-2-2-2. Again, we'll see a lot of movement with their midfielders, and now they come up with possession here by Naheen, but it's quickly taken away, and here go Whitecaps as the U takes it forward. She makes a short pass. It's controlled in towards the 18 as the clearance blocked by the attacker and finished off. Maria Saavedra makes it 1-0 in the 3rd minute of play. Whitecaps London take the lead in the girls under 17 final off that finish by Saavedra. Well, Saavedra just charged straight through. She charged through the defender on the challenge and straight through the keeper as well, and she would not be denied. And Saavedra opens the scoring early. And Whitecaps London, after nearly conceding in the opening minute, now have a 1-0 lead. They've got to defend, though. Here come Markham into the penalty area. Good ball movement and good dribbling here. As controlling it with skill is Mariani. She lays it back, and stretching up into it is Gravina. She tries to cross that to the near post, but it's out for a goal kick. And the keeper, Strong, can breathe easy. So all 3 matches on day 1 of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield yielding goals in the opening minutes. As for the 3rd straight match, a goal scored in the 2nd. I guess this one technically came in the 3rd minute, but my goodness, who would have predicted that kind of offense to start? Saavedra tried to tow her way along the line, but the ball out of touch, and it'll be a Markham throw-in. As Melnick gets set to take the toss. Ava Melnick looks for an option, tosses forward. Contested and knocked ahead by the foot of Whalen. But Whitecaps pick it off, and now Saavedra tries to battle against Melnick, and Melnick does well to wrestle it away. Liu Sang. Markham control across midfield. Whalen in possession. Drops it back. And they'll start patient possession here as Liu Sang goes back to the keeper, Lin, who switches to the far flank. Controlled, but immediately closed down and knocked out of play by Lazidzis and out for a Markham throw-in. Markham work it along the touchline from the throw. Good little 1-2 as Mariani tries to flick on and running onto it, but unable to beat the defender. Great dance there with that was actually Lauren Cameron coming up with the defensive stop that time for Whitecaps as coming off her line to collect is Strong. Good keeping there to read that and pick off the pass. Her drop kick across half, knocked down. London able to retain possession as it's played back and corralled by Flesher. Looking up the pitch for a long running option, and Saavedra is onside, and she's going to run this into the penalty area. Drawing to her right foot, lays it off. There's a shot attempt and a big save by Lynn as Liu let it fly for Whitecaps. But the keeper, Lynn, wasn't fooled that time. She didn't have to stretch too far to make the save, but a confident save there for Lynn, and her team needed that. They could ill afford to concede a second within the opening 10. As Whitecaps headed away, Saavedra there with a touch. She tries to get it back for Liu. Broken up only for a moment as now it's controlled by Cameron. Her ball forward and running towards it is Miles, but with Miles to go, it's knocked out a touch by Melnick, and it'll be a throw-in for Whitecaps London. You caught that, eh, Sandy? He just shakes his head. I can't not stop myself with the puns, people. I just can't. Nice work there on the dribble by Shuli as she tries to play it forward. Quick touch, and now it's controlled by Dance. Long range attempt, and ooh, that one threatened from quite a way out. It just dipped wide of the top corner. Looked like Lynn had it covered, but nice attempt from long range by Devin Dance. So from the goal kick, Markham play it short, and they'll start to work their way up the pitch here in the 8th minute of action. As Whitecaps London have the 1-0 lead over Markham, and you're tuned into the girls under 17 final of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. Nice footwork and control by Fenwick as she plays it forward, and then knocked out of play for a Markham throw-in. Far side in front of the fourth official, looking for options from the throw. Ball ricochets around before it's corralled by Whalen as she plays that one over to Liu Sang. Tries to find a runner straight up the middle, and the ball just evaded the foot of Mariani, who now pressures the keeper strong, quickly bowls it out, and Whitecaps looking to get something here with Mariani trailing back, but she actually supplies the pressure to cause the turnover, and now she touches out wide, and this could be a chance as taking on the defender, getting around the first tackle, drawing it back to Whalen. Shot attempt blocked, second attempt wide, and out for a corner kick. So 2 cracks there for Holly Whalen, and the second ricochets out for the corner. After the initial chance came from Vida Naheem. And you may remember the Naheem twins from some of the Sport Check ads that we've got running right now with our trick shot series. The 2 twins starring in one of those commercials, and I'm sure they're looking to strike here from the corner as they try pick out one of the 2 Naheem sisters, but that ball actually off the head of Louis Sang and out for a goal kick. Whitecaps London play it short from the goal kick, only to have possession nearly secured by Cochran. Instead, coming away with it was Lazizis. She ends up coughing that one up, kind of like I did on that pronunciation, and now it's back with Lusang as she looks for an option out front. Ends up playing it short, and this could be a turnover as Saavedra gets the poke ahead, but Saavedra's ball just out of the range of Miles. Defensively, Markham knock it out for the throw. So Whitecaps London trying to press, and again, a good crowd on hand for this one. A couple hundred fans in attendance, but nice work by Markham as Naheen gets hammered from behind. That was led Naheen, and she draws the foul. Good run there. And a good free kick awarded now for Markham as they'll put players towards the top of the 18 looking for reception on the incoming cross. 10th minute of action. Ball played in by the left foot of Alexander. Headed away by a Whitecaps player, only as far as Melnick. She gets an initial touch before a full clearance provided. Alexander volleys it back. Little bit of contact, but Whalen able to shake that off. Fenwick. Oh, she coughs it up, and this is a chance now for Dance. She makes the pass Saavedra gets around the first defender, finds the overlap option. Shot right on, but straight at the keeper. Sofia Lezitzis had that chance. But Lezitzis unable to keep it away from the keeper, and Lynn makes a threatening sequence into nothing with a good save, making it look easier than it was. Whitecaps try keep it in along the touchline, but it's out for a throw-in, and match official will have a warning here with the player who kicked that one away from the Markham defender. So consider yourself warned, and next time anticipate a caution potentially, as Markham can't quite keep it in along the far touchline. That was Vida Nahin who just had it get away from her. I mentioned the Nahin twins. Of course, you can watch their video in their trick shot challenge, the Sport Check series. It's on our halftime video reel, so make sure you stay tuned for that and keep an eye out for the sisters representing Markham on that spot. And here they're representing them on the pitch as well, and they'll try corral something here with Whalen controlling the ball. It's played back for Fenwick. Back pass, and that was a tense moment for the keeper, Lynn, as she had to hustle to get to that ball ahead of the Whitecaps charging attacker. Liu tries to close down, but the ball knocked out, and now Vida Nahin drops back. Controlled by Markham through the midfield as Whalen, Nahin, her pass picked off, headed forward by Lusang, as now Led Nahin takes control, stepping over the ball, checking her options, laying it back, and a quick little 1-2 where she returns possession, and then on her attempted pass intended for Alexander, intercepted. But quickly Markham retained possession. Whalen dropping it back. Checking options and checking to the ball to control it was Mariani. Now it's switched over to Vida Nahin as she's got room to run this in. Nahin draws to the left foot, takes the shot. Strong mistimed her dive, but was able, after bouncing on the turf, able to get back up and stretch to make the save. That would have been one she would have wanted back if she had mishandled it, but nice recovery by the keeper, Strong, to make that save after the chance came in from Vida Nahin. Here goes London across midfield. Surely her ball ahead, controlled now by Lezitzis. She takes on the defender, squaring up and looking for an option, stepping over the ball, dropping it out front now, as looking for a shooting lane, but nothing presenting, and shutting it down from Shuli, and now a partial clearance by Markham, as Whitecaps try to keep them pinned in their defensive third here. Overlap option presenting, nothing doing yet. They'll work it backwards as Dance hammers it forward. Saavedra unable to corral it, but it's held by Miles. She lays it off. Saavedra runs on, the flag goes up, and that puts an end to the chance there for Whitecaps London. But a good threatening sequence, and Saavedra, who opened up the scoring in the third minute, continues to pose a threat up front. Pose a threat. I suppose she has poise as well, though, because she did finish it off. Hey, Sandy, it's not as easy as it looks. You made mistakes as well. I'm kidding. We're both doing a great job. I'll give Sandy full credit here, as he's been the Iron Man on the PA mic for countless events. Again, a big shout out to all the staff and volunteers on hand this weekend for the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. It takes a village to pull off an event like this, and we're fortunate to have great staff and great volunteers here. Myself excluded, of course. As Markham tried to work the ball through midfield, but shut down by Whitecaps, and now it's controlled by Cameron. She tries to move it forward. They tried to pick out Liu along the line, but it was intercepted, and now it's corralled by Alexander. Plays backwards as Markham forced to retreat to try build forward, and now they turn it forward, but they turn it over, and here goes Liu as she gets her feet taken out from her and nothing doing, and Markham now look for a good through ball, trying to pick out Mariani. One appeal for a handball, but match official there to wave it off, and it's out for a Markham throw. 16th minute of play. Whitecaps London 1, Markham 0. It's the girls under 17 final of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. Liu Sang. Cochran doesn't like what she sees in front of her, so she peels it back, and now they'll try again. Mariani gets closed down. Cochran steps up. Good ball delivered for Alexander. She turns and tries to send Naheen on a run, but that's got to be, well, apparently nothing. One of the flags went up, but it quickly went back down. Not sure if it was for the offside on Led Naheen, but in the end, nothing doing, and Whitecaps have it through the center circle here with Maddock on the ball. Laying it back, looking for an option up front, knocked back and controlled by Flesher as she picks out a player. Teammate corralled by Miles, but her pass off the mark and turned over where it's picked up by Whalen. Whalen draws back as London try hold a high defensive line and try prevent any breakthrough from the Markham attacking units. But here goes Mariani. She steps over the ball, brings it back into the middle, tries to pick out a teammate, but the pass picked off and knocked out for a Markham throw. Taking quickly is Led Naheen. Naheen, her pass quickly turned over, and Whitecaps London have a throw just on the attacking side of the half line. Cochran with the initial header, knocked forward by Liu. Saavedra was in the vicinity, but in the end, the ball knocked out of play, and it'll be a London throw-in. 2 45-minute halves here in the girls under 17 final of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield as Whitecaps London restart the play with the throw-in. Quick touch passing before the ball ricochets over to the Maddock. She gets closed down, drops it for Dance as she, I'm going to say it, dances around the challenge and delivers a good ball forward. Saavedra trying to play it from the turf. Nothing doing as Markham have possession now. As Mariani has the overlap and a good ball delivered ahead for Naheen as there she gets clipped hard. That's going to be a caution as Dance came clattering in and Led Naheen draws the free kick and the yellow card here in the 19th minute of action. So a set piece opportunity to come for Markham and a chance to play across into the penalty area for an attempt on target. Good toughness shown that time by Led Naheen as she got hit hard across the front of her legs, but quickly popped back up, knowing that she won the free kick and drew the player into the referee's notebook. As a free kick now to come for Markham. Alexander and Melnick overtop the ball. Melnick fakes it. Alexander, left-footed ball to the far post. That's threatening, and that's a beautiful goal. What a response by Markham. Perfectly executed free kick, headed home at the far post. And we've got the equalizer in the 19th minute. We'll have to get confirmation on the goal scorer. There were a couple of Markham players in the vicinity. It looks like it'll be Mariani that gets credit for it. She was certainly right around the area. And Markham equalized with their captain, Madison Mariani, in the 19th minute off a perfectly executed free kick. So how about that? Markham pressing forward here, but defended well by Dance. Remember, she's on the caution now, so we'll see how that impacts the physical defensive play of one of London's captain and top players in Devin Dance. But here they march forward towards the attacking third, only to have it stripped off the foot of Lazidzis, and now it's controlled by Markham as on the far wing, Vida Naheen. They work it out through the center circle and opening up to the near side is Led Naheen. Led taking it forward. She crosses to the far flank looking for her sister. Volleyed forward but unable to get true contact on it. A partial clearance and controlled now by Whalen. Steps around. Left-footed shot from outside the area and knocked down and saved by Strong. Ontario Soccer values fair play, and we share this common passion with our partners from Respect in Sport, the leading e-learning platform for the prevention of bullying, abuse, harassment, and discrimination. Learn more about their programs and start your Respect education journey today at respectgroupinc.com. 21st minute of action. Markham have earned themselves a throw-in after equalizing moments ago. As a good touch there by Led Naheen. She tries the cross, but didn't quite hit that ball right, and it's out for a goal kick. So what a response from Markham off that beautiful set piece. Alexander supplying the cross, the finish coming from Mariani. And this game has a new feeling to it, and Markham have new confidence. And here they have the ball inside the penalty area. Mariani tried to lay it back. She also took a bit of a knock on the back, nothing really doing there. And now Lazidzis comes up with it for London into the penalty area, straight on lay. What a save by the keeper. Second chance blocked out. As defensively Melnick there with the block and the clearance up the line. End-to-end action here as Markham trying to hammer the ball across the half, but Whitecaps pick it off, and it's controlled by Shuli. She makes the layoff, but in doing so, nearly turns it over. Now controlled by Saavedra. She lays that one out wide, too heavy a touch, and that'll go for a Markham throw-in. But what a big save moments ago by Kaya Lynn. From the throw, Whitecaps London nearly coming up with possession. They thought they win a throw, but no, it'll be Markham's possession. As Vida Naheen tries to work that far touchline, it's knocked away from her. One London player taking on two Markham defenders, and Markham come away with possession as now it's controlled by the center back, Louis Singh. Her ball forward, knocked away by the charging Coke, as turned, and a good chance brewing here now for Whitecaps as dancing with the ball is Miles. Tries to pick out Lazidzis with the cross, and she gets a touch to it, but draws it wide of goal. Markham take the goal kick short, and they'll work it through the back line as Adeline Lusang takes the space in front of her, checks her options, and now delivers a long ball forward as Vida Naheen tries to run onto it, but eventually it's knocked away from her, and now London looking for a quick response as Saavedra trying to challenge into the penalty area. It's cleared away, and it'll go out for a Whitecaps London throw-in. They take it quickly as Saavedra tries to rainbow the defender. Nothing doing there as Markham handle the defensive assignment, and now the team's exchanging possession through the midfield before it's settled down by Dance. She gets around the first challenge. Her pass picked off, though. Good stretch that time by Melnick to get a foot in. Check that. That was actually Cochran there with the interception. And now Dance tries to defend against Naheen along the far line, and Whitecaps come away with it as Cameron steps forward only to have it knocked off her foot and out for a Whitecaps throw-in. 25th minute of action. Miles trying to take on a couple of Markham defenders, and she does well to tow her way along the line. That one will travel along the line before rolling out for a corner kick. So nice job on the far touchline by Heidi Miles. And thank goodness her first name isn't Alana, because then I'd have to make a Black Velvet reference, and, I'm sorry, I just can't help myself. Good corner kick delivered on the in-swinger, headed away by Shuli. She couldn't quite direct it on goal. And now Markham looking for a quick counter break as Led Naheen taking the ball forward. The lone Markham attacker streaking up towards the penalty area. She tries to keep it away from the defender, but Maddock makes the defensive play to knock it out for the corner. So Whitecaps had a corner kick, and now moments later, Markham on a counterattack led by Led Naheen have won themselves a corner, and we'll see if they take it as an outswinger, which they're setting up for. One short option presenting in Whalen. And they will play it short for Whalen. Overlap option from the original corner, and hauled down is Alexander, and it'll be a free kick now for Markham. Well, they equalized from a set piece in the 19th minute, and here, 7 minutes later, they'll have another set piece opportunity, this time to try push in front. Alexander delivered the initial cross that led to the goal. She drew the foul, and she stands over top the ball now for Markham. Right now, 4 black jerseys inside the penalty area. Good cross delivered by Alexander. Headed on as Lusang got a touch to it, but couldn't quite put it on goal, and it's out for a goal kick. So Whitecaps London will take the goal kick, and they'll try settle things down defensively. Throw in coming now for London. Controlled by Lazizis. She tries to dance around the defender. Nothing doing as Led Naheem coming away with it. She's got the ball once again for Markham. Tries to hammer the pass through. It's blocked. Mariani's running onto it. She's onside. Brings it inside the penalty area. Looks to cross in front. And it's finished off, and Markham have the 2-1 lead. What a goal. 27th minute. As Strong, the London keeper, taking a tough knock there. She's down. And I believe it was Vida Naheem that came in to finish it off. Yes, it was. Vida Naheem with the goal to put Markham in front 2-1.
Number 77.
And what a response there from Markham.
That
was a perfect cross played in to Naheem. And again, Markham, 2 set piece opportunities. This one didn't come directly from the free kick, but kind of within that same sequence window, just moments after the free kick. Markham find a way to capitalize, and after conceding early in this match, it's now Markham 2, Whitecaps London 1, as you're tuned into the girls under 17 final of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. Whitecaps London have a throw in here. Flesher gets set to take it. Good long toss. Saavedra is going to control it off a couple of bounces. She's closed down quickly. Saavedra opened the scoring back in the 3rd minute of this match. But since then, 2 unanswered goals from Markham. And the GTA squad ahead of the Southwestern Ontario squad. But here go London into the penalty areas. Lisinsis tries to draw in front, but Lynn diving off her line to intercept that low cross, sniffing out the danger. Canada Soccer have marked the 50-day countdown to the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 with the introduction of the hashtag #WeCanCollective, a user-generated digital movement that gives fans a voice and role to join our players and team at Qatar 2022. A bilingual national campaign under Canada Soccer's We Can signature. Use the following hashtags. Hashtag WeCan, W-E-Can, and hashtag WeCan, hashtag OUICAN. To learn more, visit CanadaSoccer.com. Whitecaps London generate a throw-in here just on the brink of the attacking third. Let's see what they can do. As they now try press back to equal terms, and from the throw, a lot of contact there. The ball was going out for sure, but Liu Sang stepped in the way of the running attacker, and that would have been a foolish penalty to concede by the Markham defender. She's got to be careful to toe that fine line of playing physical but not committing a silly foul, and so far she's done well to do that. Of course, her counterpart at the other end there with that push on the back in Dance, and Dance already on a caution, so she's got to be careful. But that time getting away with a bit of a push on the back, and now the ball out for another Markham goal kick. Lynn plays it short from the goal kick. Closed down the defender as well to touch out wide, and now Markham try to work that far touchline as Vida Nahin lays it off, and now she looks for a return ball up the far flank. Rushing to it, but a good defensive tackle supplied by Seabrook to knock that one away from danger. Nahin draws back to the thrower. There's a attempt to the face of goal, and Strong came off her line. She got a touch of it, and it's out for a corner kick. Led Nahin was the player looking for reception on that cross supplied and posed enough of a threat to the keeper Strong that she made a reflex touch on the ball, making the save but conceding the corner. And now Markham look to work this corner kick. Setting up for the outswinger is Whalen. She's got a short option in Alexander. Doesn't look interested in the short. Whalen delivers a good cross, headed forward, outside the area, volleyed back in, but off target. And now Whitecaps London looking to counter. Nothing doing. It's quickly broken up. Ball played to the far flank as Vida Nahin was checking towards it. She'll try hustle over to keep it in now, and that ball knocked out by the London defender in Cameron, and a throw in here for Markham in the 33rd minute. So a little more than 10 minutes of match time remaining here in the first half. Staying on side in the far corner was Vida Nahin. But the ball subsequently turned over, and Dance hammers that one up the pitch. Saavedra tries to turn inside. Her pass, partial clearance. Markham take possession now as it's picked up by Mariani. She dances around the first challenge. Her pass ricochets away from Alexander. Played forward, knocked down by a good defensive block. And Whitecaps London try to knock it forward up across midfield, and they do with Lazidzis on the ball. Saavedra supplying the pass. Ricochets around. Truly thought about stepping up to take it, but it's now controlled by Maddock. Drops back for Dance. Tries to pick out the runner in Saavedra. She stays onside. Top of the 18. She tries to draw into the penalty area. Crosses right across the line of the 18, but no one there in white to get a touch to it as it was cleared to the half, but quickly brought back in. Saavedra trying to retain possession here. Nice work for a partial clearance by Cochran. London quickly got it back, only to have it knocked away. And now a full clearance provided by Melnick as it's out for a Whitecaps throw. We're going to have a substitution coming here for Markham, first of the match, as Vida Nahin comes out for the time being. And we'll let you know who comes into the match as it's Naomi Atem in now for Markham as she takes the striking position up front. But there's a good ball played wide and just ricocheted off the back of the heel of Mariani. She couldn't quite control it. And now London trying to hammer that forward. Too far for anyone in white. It'll roll to the keeper Lynn, and she'll take it for Markham. Liu Sang. Back to the keeper Lynn. She delivers the right-footed ball forward as they try to work the far touchline, cutting into the middle. Alexander plays it back out wide. As Melnick laying it off, and now Mariani's ball up the pitch, but too far for any Markham player, and into the hands of the London keeper Strong. She delivers a good ball on the drop kick, and it's controlled now by Saavedra on the attacking side of half. Lays it to Liu. Right back to Saavedra. She's closed down by Liu Sang, but then the ball turned over on the pass. London quickly back in possession inside the attacking third. Drawing it wide, Miles steps over, cuts back in, looks for a left-footed delivery to the near post, but Lynn will play it with her feet and hold possession here as the Markham keeper knows that with Less than 10 minutes remaining in the first half of action, and her team up 2-1. No urgency to knock it forward until she felt like it. Good charge there presented by Shuley, but eventually she's knocked off the ball, and Shuley's still down behind the play. As Markham now have possession and in taking control, the match official will slow things down here to check on Shuley. So we'll restart the play with a drop ball as it looks like Shuley had the wind knocked out of her. So we hope nothing serious and hope that she's okay to stay in this match. And it looks like she will be. And that'll get a round of applause from both fan bases. A well attended match here. All three games today have had strong attendance at the Ontario Soccer Centre Fieldhouse. And we appreciate everyone tuning in online as well through our live stream broadcast on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ontario_soccer. Like, subscribe, follow, donate, tune in today and tomorrow. 6 matches in total here that we're streaming live at the Gary Miller Charity Shield. Lynn playing it back. This is the final one, of course, today. We've had 2 great matches, and this third one is not disappointed either, as Markham will get a throw in here. Check that. It is a throw for London, but a substitution coming. And they'll switch 2 players into the match now. As one of the 2 players coming into this game, Raquel Mitchell, she takes in attacking wing position for Whitecaps, and she'll look to try and make a positive impact with her team trailing 2-1. But here's good pressure being supplied by U17 as she runs through the first challenge, dribbles over the ball, draws it back, tries to keep it away from her numerical counterpart, but swiping it off her was McGregor. And now McGregor with the touch forward, but that not clear. McGregor, the second Whitecaps player brought in on the change, and that time she couldn't quite keep it in along the boundary. It's out for a Markham throw. Knocked out a touch. It'll be another Markham throw. Good defending that time by Anaya Ko. As Markham prepare to take the toss. From the throw, battle for possession, quickly knocked out again. Defensively, Mitchell was there. Loose ball, McGregor knocks it square up, headed on the initial touch by U17, but ends up ricocheting over to a teammate in Mariani. She can't take on 2 defenders, and it's knocked out for another Markham throw-in. U17 has it ricochet away from her. Markham trying to hold possession, but Saavedra comes in to take it now for Whitecaps. And she does well to play that one out wide. Tracking across onto the attacking side of half. London building up here as Dance takes possession. Tries to supply the ball forward, but all twisted up was Lizidzis, and she never could quite corral that pass. It'll be controlled by the keeper, Lynn. Lusang, controlled by Markham's backline as we approach the final few minutes of the first half. We're into the 40th minute of action now. And a chance for us to remind you that today's OPDL Gary Miller Charity Shield action is fueled by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel during halftime, which will be coming up here. 45-minute halves in the girls under 17 final, the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. Ball touched out wide. Markham trying to get something going here. Long ball played forward and led. Naheen is going to run onto it. Naheen draws in front. Defended closely. Ball ricochets to Alexander. Bit of a mistouch, and now London cleared across the half as Lizidzis unable to catch it. It's out for a Markham throw-in. From the throw, Naheen with the initial flick on, but London able to take possession here as Dance controls. Lays it off, drops it back, and some miscommunication as Flesher played it back. Dance wanted it forward. Now they move it forward as Saavedra tries to take on the defender. Saavedra dancing over top the ball, drops it for Liu. Her cross attempt. That's a handball, and it'll be a free kick for Whitecaps London just on the edge of the 18. But, well, from maybe about 8 yards out, a tough angle to put this in. You could go near post. You could try catch the keeper back post, but more than likely a cross coming in for a header or a volley. Let's see what Whitecaps London can generate from this set piece into the 42nd minute of action. Two players over top the ball. Lazizis one of the two there. I believe it's Liu in the other. Dance, the big center back, has taken a position at the top of the 6, and she'll look for a knock on here. Two-player wall to defend as Lynn sets the wall. Free kick opportunity. And charging forward with the encroachment is Led Naheem. And if she does that again, she'll receive a caution. London played short. Liu faked the shot, couldn't quite get it, and then it ricochets off the referee, and then it's whistled down. And I think we're going to restart here with a drop ball. And it'll be... Is it going to be uncontested? A bit of discussion here. No. Well, partially as it's played forward from the touch and easily saved by the keeper, Lynn. A little bit of confusion, but in the end, nothing doing for Whitecaps, as I'm sure they'll feel a little hard done by that. They couldn't generate more from a threatening sustained sequence and a free kick from that vicinity, but they'll have to reset, and now they do is they try bring it back into the attacking side of half. Dance looks to switch out to the far flank as running towards it with pace is Mitchell, but the keeper Lynn to the edge of her area to scoop that up. So here in the 43rd minute, Markham tried to fend this 2-1 lead to the halftime whistle. As Lusang plays it back to the keeper, Lynn. Lynn looking up the pitch for options. She delivers the ball forward. Savreda, that's Ledzis who got a touch to it. Led Nahin, she drops it back. Alexander picks out the option there in Melnick. Nearly closed down. Pass now picked off by Liu. She tries to chip forward for Saavedra, who continues to be a threat up front, but that time she never could corral possession. Atem with a player on her back as well to fight off the challenge. And now Markham have calm possession back with the keeper, Lynn. Lusang. Lynn. Anticipating just 1 minute of added time here in the first half. As Markham play it out, and it'll be a Whitecaps throw-in with Maddock taking the toss. Saavedra volleys that one forward as appeals for a handball and the whistle blown for the free kick. As a good job there by Isla McGregor to contest and draw the foul. And Whitecaps London this time will have a set piece from a much more threatening area, a little further out, but a 4-player wall sets up defensively for Markham. Maybe about 29 yards out, 28 yards out, this free kick coming, but just to the right of goal. So look for an attempt straight on here. Two Whitecaps players over top the ball in Liu and Lazidzis. As Liu fakes it, Lazidzis takes the shot straight on, and a good diving save there by Lynn as that ball was dipping down to the far post and threatening to sneak its way past the Markham keeper, but Lynn with her best save of the match so far. Ball kicked forward. It'll be a London throw-in just in front of their own bench. So we await the halftime whistle as we're into the 1 minute of added time, and Markham, despite conceding in the 3rd minute of play, have stormed back with 2 unanswered goals, and they look to take the 2-1 lead into the halftime break. And who knows, maybe they'll generate one more before the whistle as they earn a throw-in here with Atem opting to leave it for Mariani. Mariani will leave it for a teammate, and it'll be Melnick to track over to take the throw. Not a ton of movement off the ball. Mariani receives the toss. Goes off of Mitchell and out for another Markham throw-in. Melnick once again setting to toss it in. Once again picks out Mariani. Takes to the corner. And the halftime whistle goes. So at the break, it's Markham 2. Whitecaps, London 1. Folks, stay tuned. Second half kickoff coming up next. You're tuned in to the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield.
It begins with a ball. 2 teams, 2 nets, that ball, and a love of everything between the lines. But the game is more. The game is you giving every last breath to finish the sprint. The game is that last ounce of strength that pours out of you as you stretch to save your team. The game is questioning yourself over and over again until you find a way forward. Your personal best today is your challenge for tomorrow. Giving everything now is only knowing how much further you can go. The laces we tighten are the ones that bind us together. Entering the huddle as a player and leaving as a team. Play because you love it. Inspire because it's in you. Unite because it's in us. Ontario Soccer.
We're here today at the community check-in with our partners from Sport Check and Respect in Sport, and having a great time with 35 kids from our community.
I'm just here to help out with the kids today while they were playing soccer during their boot camp and learning about everything they were learning about. A core value in sport, which is respect. Understanding respect with players that you're playing against, with your teammates, with your coaches, with the refs, and with the audience is extremely important.
Our part in it is the Respect in Sport program for parents.
The Respect in Sport parent program, it's a 60-minute program, costs $12. It's completed online, and it just brings you onto the same page about these issues so that you can contribute to a positive and safe experience for your kids and for the rest of the people alongside you.
Parents should attend the respectful play because they're involved in the games too. It's a big part of the game, and we need to respect everybody, especially the referees and everybody on the field.
If you take the courses, you start to understand that your words have an impact on the players especially.
I think all of these community events are just phenomenal opportunities for the children to become a little more acquainted with the true values that they need to have.
And as a parent, I've also learned how to be more respectful with regards to other parents on the sidelines, referees, and as well as coaches.
Well, my favorite part of today was meeting Dwayne.
Dwayne, of course, is a legend of the Canadian game, and he had some great wisdom to impart on the young players.
Respect in sport is important because it teaches a lot of aspects of respect. Respect of time, respect of teammates, respect of community, respect for yourself, and respect for your surroundings. And I think sport is a great vehicle to teach respect at all aspects, all levels, and no one's ever too old to learn about respect.
Respect in sport means sportsmanship, and even when a dirty play or anything gets you down, you can get back up and then just treat the other players like nothing happened, basically.
Respect means to me is always being nice to people and treat people the way you want to be treated.
Respect in Sport, Sport Check, and Ontario Soccer did a phenomenal job today at bringing all of the players and parents together to understand a little bit better.
You know, if you hit a player down, you come, you pick him back up, and you have a respectful handshake and you go on. And that's how we play.
There is something quite magical about heading into a new destination. A journey into the unknown. Not alone, but together, as a country, as a sport, ready to soar. We are Canada, and this is our sport. This is our time.
I'm Lizzie and I'm 11 years old. I play for Markham FC and I'm an attacking midfielder. My favorite thing about soccer is learning new tricks and trying them on the field. Today I'm going to be showing you the SRP move. Let's go. Step 1 is to cross the ball over with your weak foot. Number 2, step over the ball with your dominant foot. Step 3 is to pull the ball back with your weak foot. Step 4 is to chop the ball behind your weak foot with your dominant foot. And finally, explode with the ball down the field. Now that you know all the steps, try the SRP move for yourself. My proudest soccer moment was when I made the Markham OPDL team. If you're trying to learn new tricks, be creative and don't give up.
Hi, my name is Fatlam and I'm 20 years old. I play five-a-side soccer for North Mississauga Soccer Club and I'm a forward. Today I'm going to teach you speed, dribble and change direction trick. Step 1, dribble the ball forward. Step 2, place the inside of the foot and outside of the ball. Step 3, turn your body towards the direction that you're going. Step 4, continue to dribble. My proudest moment is when we won the gold medal in Paris sports with North Mississauga Soccer Club. My favorite thing about playing soccer is that I feel myself when I'm in the field. My advice to the players that want to learn cool tricks is keep trying, don't give up.
Hey, I'm Melissa and I'm 13 years old. I play for U17 and I'm a striker. Today I'm going to teach you how to do the Neymar dance. Step 1, use your weak foot to step over the ball. Step 2, use your other foot to tap the ball. Step 3, use your strong foot to step over the ball. And finally, step 4, use the outside of your foot to push the ball past the defender. I learned this trick by watching Neymar on YouTube. My favorite thing about playing soccer is meeting new people and making friends. My best advice would be look up a trick you like and just practice over and over and over.
Hey, my name is Sam. I'm 15 years old. I play for Vaughan Soccer Club and I'm a winger. Today we're going to learn the soul roll flick. I first saw Neymar do it on YouTube and I knew I had to learn it myself. Step 1, you're going to step to the opposite side. Step 2, you're going to roll the ball to your back foot. Step 3, you're going to flick the ball with the inside of your foot. Step 4, turn your body towards the ball to continue doing keep-ups. My advice for other players is just to watch the players on YouTube and learn the tricks yourself. My proudest soccer moment has been playing for Team Ontario and hearing my name on the commentary. My favorite thing about playing soccer is playing with my friends and learning new things with my coach.
What's up? I'm Letta, I'm Vita, and we're 17. We play striker and winger for Markham Soccer Club, and this is our trick. Today, we're going to teach you how to do a heel flick up, and you can learn it in just 5 steps. Let's go. Step 1, roll the ball back to your opposite foot. Step 2, flick the ball up with your opposite foot about hip height. Step 3, combine steps 1 and 2 in a fluid and continuous motion. Step 4, turn your body in the opposite direction of your dominant foot. Step 5, use your dominant heel to flick the ball up over your head. We hope you enjoyed our step-by-step. Now it's your turn to give it a try. My favorite thing about playing soccer is just the creativity I can have, the ability to express myself and who I am. Nothing feels better than putting in the work and then applying it on the field. My proudest soccer moment is definitely winning the Charity Shield last year with Markham. What an amazing experience. If you want to learn a cool trick, just remember, practice makes perfect. And remember to have fun with it. That's the key.
Hi, I'm Joshua. I'm 14 years old. I play for Woodbridge Strikers and I'm a center mid. My favorite thing about playing soccer is playing with a team and in a team environment. Today, I'm going to teach you 3 easy steps to do around the world. Step 1, juggle the ball to get prepared for the trick. Use the outside of your foot to pop the ball up, then bring your leg around it. Lastly, regain control of the ball and continue to dribble. Now you know the steps, now it's your turn to go around the world. My proudest soccer moment is at 13 years old, playing on the U17 provincial team. The best advice I would give about learning a new trick is keep trying and don't give up.
The Active Start course is for anyone involved in soccer who wants to better support a child ages 3 and 4 years old. Those taking the course will learn how to engage children through soccer with age-appropriate, fun and safe soccer activities. The aim of these soccer activities is to become familiar with a soccer ball, while being in a child-friendly environment and connecting with a significant adult in their life. Come be a part of helping kids fall in love with the game. The C License course is the first step into the Canada Soccer Coaching License stream. This course will take you towards all of the Canada Soccer Coach licenses. You will learn the role of the coach, how to plan a session safely, use coaching methodology to provide feedback to players and improve their decision making. Entry to this course requires a Learn to Train or Soccer for Life. This is a major step for coaches to help their players develop to higher levels of the game in Canada.
All right, soccer fans, let's get you set for the second half kickoff here at the girls under 17 final of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. And we'll kick things off by saying thank you to Ontario soccer partner Soccer Express for their first-class support. As Canada's premier soccer apparel and equipment dealer, Soccer Express has everything needed to take your game to the next level. Visit soccerx.com to check out the latest gear from Adidas, Nike, Puma, Admiral, and more. We get set to kick off this second half of action, and it's Markham leading 2-1 over Whitecaps London. It'll be Markham to kick us off to begin the second half, as they'll work right to left across your screen in the black kits, and Whitecaps London working left to right across your screen in the all-white kits. As we get set to begin the second half of action here, and Markham kick us off, and it's the second half of play here in the girls under 17 final of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. And Markham quickly advanced the ball up the pitch into the attacking third for a throw-in. So we'll see what they can generate early on here in the second half of action as Mariani gets set to take the throw. London opened the scoring in the 3rd minute, but 2 unanswered goals from Markham. And as we begin the second half here, it's the Markham squad up 2-1. From the throw, Naheen tries to work off the defender. Check that, that's Mariani up there with the ball. She delivers a good cross, Strong just gets her fingertips to it and is able to knock it clear, but quickly pressing up for Markham to take it is Whalen. Whalen has it wrestled off of her foot. She falls to turf, but no call. And now London try to race up the pitch, but it's picked off the foot of Mitchell. And then crashing in for that challenge and winning the throw-in for London was Melrose. Delivered from the throw, contested. The U nearly came away with it, but now Markham have possession. As Cochran tries to give it to Alexander, but that's wrestled off her. And now Dance steps around the first player before delivering a ball forward for Saavedra to run onto. Saavedra, she takes it forward now for Whitecaps, taking on the defender, but the extra support comes by way of Melnick, and that's knocked out for a throw-in. So Flesher gets set to take the throw here for London. Tosses back for Dance as Dance looks for options off the ball. Touches forward, but the defender anticipated well and was able to knock that clear. It's out of touch and another London throw to come. Flesher this time works it forward for Saavedra, but she can't hold possession. And now Aitum takes it for Markham, evades the first slide tackle and makes the pass for Mariani. Aitum supplying the option off the ball. Mariani with the back heel tried to pick out Naheen, but that's broken up only as far as Wayland, who touches forward for Mariani. Top of the 18, she lays that one out wide. There's a cross over to the post as Naheen heads it forward. That was Vita Naheen with the header, but over top the bar and out for a goal kick. So good creativity there from Markham to work the ball wide before swinging it back in on the cross to the far post. And Naheen did well to contest for the header, just couldn't quite direct it on target. London from the throw. Saavedra tries to spin off the defender, nearly caught back up to it. She's still chasing after it. Lusang goes back to her keeper, Lin, who in turn hammers it out. Dance heads it straight up. Liu takes it down. Controlled now by Alexander for Markham. Her pass picked off. Secured by McGregor as she touches it out wide. Matic playing it forward as Ledzis unable to keep it in along the touchline, and a throw-in to come now for Markham. From the throw, battle for possession. Who comes up with it for Whitecaps, headed on by Mitchell, but too far out and not enough power to challenge the keeper Lynn as she keeps it at her feet. With the attacker in Saavedra now closing the keeper, she'll scoop it up. As Lynn gets set for the drop kick, and a chance for us to remind you that both TFC and CPL are vital aspirational destinations along the talented pathway. TFC, through its TFC Academy, is a pinnacle club soccer destination for aspiring professional male players in our province. The CPL in Canada's top Premier League. Let's get back to this. Here's a chance for Whitecaps. Lynn off her line. Second chance. Blocked by her own teammate. Tough break there for Mitchell as she hammered that one towards the open net. But it was her own teammate inadvertently getting in the way as Lazidzis, who created the initial chance, ended up blocking what could have been an open net tally. Well, as I was mentioning, the CPL is Canada's top-tier men's domestic professional league, represented by Ontario in its member clubs, Forge FC, York United FC, and Atletico Ottawa. Provides development opportunities for over 150 Canadian players. And how about that save by Lynn? Charging off her line. And she swats away the opportunity from Mitchell in the 51st minute. I'm never going to get to finish this read because London are pressing and they are working for an equalizer. What a big couple of saves there by Kaya Lynn, the keeper for Markham. Whitecaps setting up for the corner. Outswinger delivered. Good cross knocked away by Naheen. Up to the half where it's contested, and London quickly hammer it back in. Header played on only as far as Saavedra. She lays it back. Tries to charge past U17. Saavedra does well to take her on, but then the subsequent pass intercepted and now a partial clearance. And let me finish this by saying the CPL provides important development opportunities for over 150 Canadian players, many of whom have come from Ontario. Robin McComb up in the booth now, and she immediately waves me off. But she's the MVP here this weekend. I don't care what anybody says. The events team doing a great job. Everybody, all the staff and volunteers doing incredible work here this weekend at the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. And here go Whitecaps London as Saavedra tries to take it into the box. She shields it towards the corner, sustains some contact. And in doing so, I think she's earned a free kick. The whistle did go, but it may have just been for a throw. And it is indeed just going to be a throw in here for Whitecaps. So we'll see what they can do. They tried to sell it as a free kick, but Mitchell checks 2 for the throw-in. Now it's played into the penalty area. Miscommunication there by Markham, but they do get a clearance, and they'll knock it out for another London throw-in. 52nd minute as Markham holding on to a 2-1 lead. Good job that time by Vida Nahin to come in with possession. She touches it, trying to pick out a teammate. Dance there with the interception. Now Whalen takes it as she switches that one out wide. Gravina takes it for for Markham, as her through ball ends up being knocked down by a defensive header for Whitecaps. As controlled now by Whalen. Drops back. Gravina picks out a teammate in Cochrane. Quick touches in near proximity, and now they play it back to the back line for Fenwick. Atem, she takes control. Alexander receives the pass. Opening up out wide is Melnick, but she just is unable to keep that in play. And possession turned over to London. As Whitecaps pick out Dance from the throw-in. Returned off of Nahin and out for another London throw. Long toss here. This time Liu, she gets dragged to turf. Nothing doing as it's controlled by Whalen through the center circle and lays it back for Lusang. Option opening up out wide in Gravina, but the ball evades her. And now London try to corral it on the attacking side of midfield. Loose ball secured by Markham's backline as they'll touch to the near side below our broadcast booth, and it's controlled by Melnick. Melnick touches forward up the line intended for Nahin, but she was closed down, and Markham have a throw-in. From the throw, Markham looking to create here with Melnick tossing in. Drops back for Alexander. Melnick steps around the first challenge, plays it off the London player, and out for another Markham throw-in. As Flesher felt like that one went off Nahin, but clearly off the London player, and Markham try to push their way up the pitch here. Already leading 2-1. You know, they would love a little bit of insurance on that 1-goal margin. As London's backline once again just hammering it out of touch, and it'll be another Markham throw. But first we'll get a substitution here for Markham, as it looks like Holly Whalen will be switched out of the match here in the 55th minute. Whitecaps London start to get a few reserves warmed up as well. As it looks like it was Giordanella who came into the match. Yes, it is Giordanella for Markham, now taking the pitch, but London taking possession. Mariani gets a partial block on that clearance, and now she controls it for Markham along the far touchline. Giordanella quickly into this game, and now she gets her first touch, and she opts to go back, and Saavedra causing the pressure. Actually, that's Lizidzis there for London, and Lizidzis nearly coming away with it after getting a partial block on the through ball attempt. Markham playing it forward from the throw, and it goes off the attacking option up front in Mariani and out for a London throw. So Whitecaps apply some movement off the ball as Lizidzis takes control. Touch. McGregor goes back. They'll try open it up through the middle now, and they pick out the option in Mitchell. She corrals it, makes the pass ahead. Saavedra makes a good pass to Lizidzis, shot right on! And a big save by Lynn. An important save there for Markham, and Kaya Lynn, she has been really good since conceding early in this match. She's made a number of really quality saves, and once again, Lynn stands tall to thwart away another London opportunity. Lynn's probably made about 4 really high-class saves now in this match. Couple good diving saves down low, a couple of big aerial challenges as well on incoming crosses. As the Markham player in Giordanella gets tripped up, and it'll be a free kick now from Markham. About 15 yards into the attacking side of half. They'll slow things down with Raquel Alexander heading over to take the free kick. Remember, she supplied the cross on the free kick that led to the go-ahead goal. Alexander looking for her options, thought about playing short, now she'll step back, deliver a low cross forward, and ends up giving possession away as it's corralled now by Shuley for London. The Whitecap center back steps over, good right-footed ball forward, but that's not clear by the Markham back line. The two 15s battle for it, and it's, well, Melnick who was unable to come away with it against Mitchell. Mitchell did well to secure it, but then the subsequent pass from McGregor picked off. Atem, she can't control through the center circle as London have it, and they press forward here with Shuley on the ball. Her pass knocked away. Atem controls now for Markham. Shielding from the pressure on her back by Dance. Handball committed by Dance. And a free kick will come here for Markham. Cochran taking a knock at the end of that sequence. She's a little slow to get back to her feet, but she's able to shake this off and continue. Well, hopefully she's able to shake this off. Hopefully it's nothing serious. She continues to labor just a little bit. That's one stinger that she tries to walk off, and it looks like Julia Cochran will stay in the match for the time being. Free kick here for Markham. They play it short. Melnick coughs it up there, and Mitchell comes away with it for London. Her pass picked off by Alexander into the middle, where back into action and forced to make the play is Cochran. So obviously she's been able to shake off the stinger as the ball once again back to Cochran. Liu Sang, her pass nearly intercepted by Mitchell. She does come away with it. Liu feeds it forward as Lizidzis trying to run onto it. Lots of contact and a penalty kick awarded. Oh, wow. In the 59th minute, a penalty kick has been awarded to Whitecaps London as Sophia Lizidzis was the player running in on the ball. A lot of contact between both players, and in the end, Lizidzis hauled down, and she'll step up to take the kick here for Whitecaps London. So a huge opportunity for London to equalize from the penalty spot. Lynn, the keeper for Markham. Lizidzis, the kicker for Whitecaps. Lizidzis with the run-up, delivers the right-footed ball, and she puts it over top the net. Wow. I think the keeper, Lynn, might have got in her head there, as Lizidzis can't believe her luck. She walks away from the spot, having missed the kick. Tough break there for London. Man, tough break there for Whitecaps. Lynn gets set to play it from the goal kick, and a chance for us to remind you that, well, we'll get to in just a moment here. As a battle for possession through the midfield, London trying to retain it. And now they do have it through the center circle, but it's given away. And now Markham looking to counter it as Giordanella plays a good ball forward for Atem to run onto, but that's defended closely by Shuley. Man, what a missed opportunity moments ago for London. But there's a good ball forward and running onto it. Lizidzis back into the penalty area. Let's see what she can do this time. Working off the defender. Lots of contact on her back again. Lays it over to the corner. McGregor crosses in. Headed up by the defender, but only a partial clearance. Mitchell tries to bring it down. That pass picked off and cleared out to the midfield by Markham. Quickly brought back in. Shot from distance. An easy save that time for Lynn as Shuley let it fly. Ontario Soccer is pleased to welcome SportCheck, Canada's largest sports retailer, as its official sporting goods retail partner. Both partners share the goal of inspiring Ontarians to live healthy, active lifestyles by making sport and activity more fun, approachable, and inclusive. Markham working it up the far touchline here, trying to bring it into the attacking third. Mariani on the ball. Trying to dance around the defender, brings into the corner of the penalty area, now draws it out, where it's controlled by Cochran, who plays it back to Mariani. She tries to dance around the defender, gets past one, crosses in, blocked by Shuli, and then cleared away, only as far as Cochran, and now London have it again through the midfield. With a vast assortment of apparel equipment and the very best athletic brands in the world, Sport Check strives to help athletes and enthusiasts of all levels succeed. Find what moves you at sportcheck.ca. Long attempt there. That won't threaten the keeper. Strong as she scoops up the shot from Cochran. And then Strong's drop kick given away. Jordanella knocks it forward for Atem. Thought about trying to chip the keeper off her line, but ends up playing the pass intended for Mariani. And that's out for a London throw-in. And now Markham will make a couple of substitutions here as we're into the 63rd minute of action. And Whitecaps London continuing to try find an equalizer. Both of these teams putting on a great contest here at the Under-17 Girls Final of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. Atem and Alexander brought out of the match for the time being for Markham, as Led Naheen tries to supply the pressure there. Markham in possession here through the midfield as it's picked up and controlled by Whalen. She touches out wide. Turned over and now controlled by Liu for Whitecaps as she tried to push a ball through, but it was defended nicely by Gravina and knocked out for the throw-in. Once again, London have earned themselves a throw-in here in the 65th minute. As from the throw, it's volleyed forward by Lusang and controlled by Markham through the midfield. Mariani plays forward. Naheen running onto it, but nothing doing that time as it's contested well by the keeper Strong and not clear. Well, that one was a close attempt for Vita Naheen, but in the end, the pressure cleared away. All right, let's reset here as London try reset through the midfield, and they control it with Shuli on the ball. Stripped away from her, and Markham send it forward, and Mariani running onto it, but Strong comes well out of her area to clear the danger. Jordanella takes it now for Markham through the center circle, a little bit of contact, but nothing doing, and it's now controlled by the London keeper. Good through ball. Here goes Lenses taking it forward now for Whitecaps into the penalty area, but defended well and knocked away. Good job that time by the defender Lusang to clear the pressure. So a corner kick to come here for Whitecaps as they prepare. They thought about doing an in-swinger, and they still will. It'll just be from the outside of the corner flag. Bit of a tricky angle to try play the ball in there for the kick takers. To the near post, and it's off the meshing, out for a goal kick. And now Whitecaps London will prepare to make a substitution here in the 67th minute. As coming out of the match for London is McGregor. And the goal kick taken short by Markham. Lusang touches forward. Whalen. Pressure, and it's controlled by Cochran. She finds the option along the touchline, playing it forward, but that's intercepted. Ball played ahead here by London as Dance takes possession. Works it over, and it's controlled by Mitchell. Mitchell drops it back, where it's poked forward by Melrose before it's hammered up the pitch. Contact as Liu Sang fights through the challenge by Sadera. As a lot of contact there on the back of Naheen, and she fights through it, and it's a throw in here for Whitecaps London after Vida Naheen unable to keep it in there. Dance. Touched by Melrose before possession given here on a free kick, and it'll be a free kick now for London as Dance gets set to play in this set piece opportunity. London putting 6 white jerseys in and around the top of the 18 looking for reception. As Dance delivers the right-footed ball into the top. Headed on by Liu. Falls over to Ledzis. Her attempt lacked the power and accuracy, and it's out for a goal kick. So Markham prepared to take the goal kick here as a good foot through the ball, and London quickly knock it back up the pitch. Teams exchanging possession as Naheen checks to it and tries to hold it for Markham. It's off the London player and out for a Markham throw-in. Nice work there by Vida Naheen. Melnick. Naheen with the volley intended back for Melnick. Oh, nearly stripped away, and a good reach there by Saavedra. She comes away with the ball, dances around the first defender. Ricochets to Mitchell. Her shot attempt, she stretched for it and never really hit it well. And an easy save there for the Markham keeper as it'll now be scooped up. And Lynn gets set to take the drop kick. Playing it out from her feet. Knocked up the pitch and controlled by Led Naheen. She tries to fight off the defender. Naheen does well to play that forward. Mariani staying on side. Trying to take on the defender. Draws to her right. Steps over it. And in doing so, she was closed down. Nearly gave possession away. And now London Whitecaps do have it. A lot of contact there on the back of the U. No call, nothing doing as we're into the 70th minute of action. And a little less than 20 minutes remaining here in the final of the girls under 17 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield Championship match. The ball goes back to the Markham keeper. It's hammered out with a one-time left foot attempt. Knocked down through the center circle by Koch for London. They quickly hammer it forward, trying to pick out Saavedra making the run. A lot of contact on that collision between Mitchell and Melnick, nothing doing, and it's out for a Markham throw-in. And now London will make a substitution here. And a chance for us to remind you that today's OPDL Charity Shield action is fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of OPDL. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel after the match. Dance substituted out here for Whitecaps London, so she'll take a bit of a breather. Expect to see her come back in the final minutes of this match. For the time being, she's switched out and McGregor coming in her place. Naheen draws it back for Melnick. Melnick goes all the way back to her keeper. Saavedra trying to close down. Liu Sang takes it now for Markham. Controlled by Cochran as her ball intercepted by Maddock. But in the end, nothing doing on that chance for London. Naheen, mistouched that time by London Shuley, and it's out for a Markham throw-in. Shuley recovering, and that time she knocks it off of Naheen, and it'll be a London throw-in. So Whitecaps London trailing 2-1, and again, they had a penalty kick opportunity here in the second half that they couldn't convert on. They continue to press for an equalizer. Good work through the midfield by Jordanella to hold it for Markham, but then the pass by Liu Sang picked off by Liu, and here goes Saavedra ahead for Whitecaps. Right-footed attempt gets blocked. clearance. It's a partial clearance as London trying to keep the ball in the zone here. Nothing doing on that contact as Naheen does well to keep it in. Oh no, the ball just tracked out. And it'll be a London throw-in. Melrose tosses in. Volley played forward by Maddock. Vida Naheen came up with it only for a moment. Now she challenges again. Giordanella there as well. And it's knocked out for another London throw-in. Whitecaps London pressing forward here from the throw. Ball toss forward, partial clearance only as far as the defensive challenge in Maddock, who came up with it, found the teammate in Monyard, who recently came into the match. Mitchell unable to corral that pass, and unfortunately for London, that's out for a goal kick. 73rd minute of action. This one far from over. And the action here at the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield far from over. We've got 3 more matches lined up tomorrow. The action gets underway at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Tune in to the Ontario Soccer Twitch channel for all 3 games tomorrow. Mariani took a hard knock on her back, and hopefully nothing serious there for one of the Markham captains. Looks like she's able to shake that off. And it'll be a free kick for Markham. And Mariani throws a bit of a shoulder, a bit of an elbow in, and match official definitely caught that, so she'll have a quick word with both players. And Mariani better mind herself over some foolishness. She doesn't want to draw a caution over something silly. Melnick gets set to take the free kick. 75th minute of action approaching. Melnick, a little bit of hesitation. Now she lets it fly. Headed away by the London backline, and they'll take possession here through midfield, led by Liu. She tries to pick out Ledzis with the ball. Intercepted, and only as far as Monyard, who steps up to take it for London. Oh, nice anticipation by Vida Naheen as she picks it off and looks for a counterattack now for Markham. Plays the ball forward for Mariani. She slows it down and draws the defender to her, and it's knocked out of touch by Maddock for a Markham throw-in. Looks like one of the Markham defenders having a bit of a issue here, as it's Liu Sang, who looks like she'll need some treatment, so she'll head over to the sideline, and I don't think they're going to change her out. It looks like she'll... Actually, they do opt to make a substitution coming here, so in the 76th minute, hopefully nothing serious for the Markham defender in the center back, Liu Sang. She's been an anchor on that back line, and at this point in the match, her absence could prove to be significant. Hopefully for Markham, they're able to sustain this loss and push forward through the adversity, as now London will try exploit the new defender brought in. Can't quite make out the number yet, but we'll restart the play with a throw in here for Markham inside the attacking third as they try hold the ball in deep. Naheen works off the defender, and they win another throw in. And brought into the match was for Markham Saychuk, number 6, is... I thought it was 5 at first, the way her hair covered the number on the back of her jersey, but as the ponytail moves and she moves the ball forward, Saychuk plays it up the line, and now it's out for a corner kick, so good job there by Vida Naheen to supply the pressure on the back of the defender in Melrose, and Markham have themselves a corner. And in the waning stages of this match, they'll slow things down. No urgency to try force or rush here. A short option presenting from the corner in Whalen. Mariani on the ball as well. It looks like Mariani will set up for the outswinger. Delivers the cross in. Strong off her line. Parries it clear. Shot attempt block as Cochrane let it fly. But a good defensive block by Whitecaps London, as Strong would have had to scramble back after making the initial clearance off her line. Whitecaps with a defensive block and only a partial clearance as Mariani pulls it down. Rainbows the defender and now brings it inside the attacking third. Mariani pulls to her right foot, looks for an option, nothing doing yet. Doesn't have anything around her, so she draws over to the touchline. Opens up space, takes on the defender, now lets it fly to the back post. Naheen running onto it, but led Naheen unable to keep it in. And that ball out for a goal kick. Substitution coming here for Markham as Cochrane's going to be switched out of this match. We approach the final 10 minutes of gameplay. So Whitecaps London prepare to take the goal kick as Alexander brought back into the game now for Markham. The ball immediately comes to her and she hammers that out for a throw-in. Stretching for it was Led Naheen. She did well to get the initial touch and then London knock it out. Another Markham throw-in now. Has a lot of switching in positions for personnel for Markham right now. They pull Melnick over to the far flank and shift the defender Gravina to the near side, and Melnick will now have to try defend against Mitchell. That's why they pulled her there. And excellent defending by Melnick as she comes in, knocks it off of Mitchell and wins a goal kick. Well, great coaching there by Markham. That positional change happened literally right before that sequence. And Melnick comes over to shield Mitchell. And obviously they weren't comfortable having Gravina match the speed of Mitchell, but Melnick, stride for stride with her, defends perfectly and clears any danger that London were brewing. Naheen, she takes the ball, works it forward, defended closely here. Excellent defending, but London unable to wrestle it away from Led Naheen. Her attempt for Mariani knocked out a touch, and it'll be a Markham throw-in. Nice job by Naheen as she took on two defenders. Maddock in the fray for London, along with Flesher, and Naheen did well to work the ball through. Naheen makes the pass intended for Alexander off the mark, and now London have it, looking to brew something on the counter, and there's a good ball played ahead for Ledzis. Check that, that's Saavedra. She takes it forward. Saavedra into the penalty area. Tries to draw a shot away, but she can't get around the defender in Sachuk. And again, remember, that's usually Lusong who's there for Markham, but Sachuk standing tall defensively and making a big stop. There's a ball played towards the penalty area. Lasidzis is going to have a chance to keep this in, but just can't stretch to it. And it's out for a goal kick. 81st minute of action. You just get the sense that London are so close to equalizing. They continue to press, and they're just waiting for that finishing touch to try break through and tie this game. Contest for the ball as Jordanella gets tripped up, and it'll be a free kick now for Markham. Whalen gets set to take the free kick. She slows it down, and she'll opt to leave it for a teammate here as Gravina plays short for Whalen. Whalen switches over. Suchuk ahead for Alexander as Sachuk plays it up the line, but that one out of touch, and it'll be a throw-in now for London. As we approach the final 5 minutes of match play, 82nd minute of action. Chance for us to remind you that soon another deserving team will engrave their name into OPDL history and hoist the beautiful Gary Miller Charity Shield trophy, tastefully updated by Nuthers, the award store. For more than 50 years, Nuthers, the award store, has been a leading supplier of awards and recognition products across Ontario, offering complete assistance from program concept planning all the way to product delivery. See how they can help your organization at nuthers.com. So a free kick earned here by Whitecaps London, and they'll look to play a ball into the penalty area, sending almost everyone in front of the ball here. 6 white jerseys up in and around the penalty areas. There's the cross in. Flicked on as the initial touch came by way of Monyard, and it's quickly knocked out for a London throw-in. Monyard receiving, check that, though, was actually Miles there trying to make the play for Whitecaps, but it's off of her and out for a throw-in. Back and forth, the two teams exchange possession, and Sachuk with only a partial clearance as Miles had it for a moment and once again knocked out for a London throw. They play it up the line. This is tracking for a corner. They got to try hustle to keep it in, and they can't as Sachuk got to it, but after it crossed the line. So a corner kick to come now for Whitecaps London. And they're pushing everybody forward here for this corner kick. 7, 8 white jerseys in and around the penalty area to try get something on this impending corner. The in-swinger to the near post, off the defender, out for another corner. As they'll set up once again here for a corner kick. I was wondering if our match official was going to spot that. You can't move the corner flag. Lucky not to get a caution either there as they'll set up once again for the kick. Ball delivered. This one's quality. Parried away by the keeper, but danger still present. And now a full clearance as digging deep to knock it clear was Leda Nahin. And Markham trying to defend desperately here, but Whitecaps quickly retaining possession only to have it spurred away by Alexander. Leda Nahin challenging for possession. She's knocked off the ball, does well to pop back up and possess it now for Markham. Clattering tackle, Markham want a free kick, nothing doing as it's controlled by Monyard. She plays it ahead for Saavedra. Her ball, Melnick gets to it ahead of Lizidzis and knocks it out for a London throw-in. Well, the first 2 games ended with suspense and drama and lots of action. Why wouldn't the third one? Of course, it's the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. All 3 games today have been phenomenal. And we certainly hope for the same tomorrow. As here goes Nahin. Leda Nahin gets away from the first tackle, which actually clipped her a little bit, but she takes the ball up the far touchline, working the advantage and taking 2 defenders to the corner before giving possession up on a throw-in. But nice work there by Leda Nahin to take some time off the clock from a Markham perspective. London trying to show urgency, but Mariani comes in to take possession, and she'll hold it here in the corner, 86th minute. She falls to turf, hoping to have won a free kick, but she ends up giving it up. And now it'll be a kick for Whitecaps with Mariani pulling up with an injury now. And you would think they would just urge her off the pitch considering where she is. And we'll restart the play here with the Whitecaps London free kick. London take the free kick short. But they end up giving possession away as Giordanella takes it now for Markham. Trying to spin off the defender. Draws it back. Controlled by Gravina. Giordanella. Into the center circle. Whalen. London pushing their back line up to try catch any Markham players in an offside position. Markham content to keep it with their back line as now it's hammered up the pitch. Good ball by Sachuk, and it'll be controlled by Mariani as she did well to time her run and stay on side. Mariani taking on the defender, drops it back now. Right return pass as they keep it tight in the deep corner here, and London will have to try wrestle it away from Mariani, the Markham captain, without conceding a corner or a foul. Battle for it, and it's a throw-in now for Markham as we roll into the 88th minute of play. Markham holding on to a 2-1 lead in the girls under 17 final of the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. Mariani wins a corner kick. And once again, look for Markham to keep it tight here and try to take this clock down to the final whistle. Well, after London opened the scoring early in the match, 2 unanswered goals from Markham, and they do play it short from the corner, keeping it there. Mariani shielding it from 2 defenders. This time out for a goal kick. So Whitecaps London will try to take advantage here. After winning possession on the goal kick, they play it forward. Lazidzis has it off of her and out for a Markham throw. Up the line, controlled by Whitecaps in their back line as they start to work things forward here. There's a good ball ahead as Saavedra tries to shield it but ends up losing possession. And now stepping forward with it is Shuley. Her ball touched up the line but just out of the range of Miles, and it'll be a Markham throw in here. You would anticipate a few minutes of added time here, probably, I would think, at least 3, maybe 4. And a caution issued here as Sam Gravina gets shown the yellow card for time wasting, and with the unsporting behavior, a caution being shown there by Markham. Shown to Markham. A lot of gamesmanship being shown there by Markham, and finally play restarts and they'll hammer it up the pitch as the keeper Strong takes possession for London. She hammers it out one time with the drop kick, evaded the first Markham player, but then it was picked up and now controlled by Led Nahin as she plays a good ball forward, but her sister just offside. As Vida Nahin unable to curve the run, and it'll be a free kick now for London. 2 minutes, minimum of 2 minutes of added time to be added here as we're now into the 90th minute of play. Markham 2, Whitecaps London 1. Whitecaps pushing everybody up the pitch here to try equalize. Ball shielded out, it'll be a London throw-in. Flesher gets set to take the throw. London trying to show urgency. They're saying, let's go, push it in, let's go. Nahin gets a touch to it. Shuley contests with the aerial challenge, loose ball. As neither team can get clear-cut possession, and now Led Nahin's shot from a long distance, not really even challenging the keeper, but just trying to keep London on their own side of half here. Mitchell, she lays it off. Whitecaps work it up the line. Good job here by Miles to control. Miles closed down. Excellent defending that time. As stepping in the way was Gravina. And she cleared it all the way up the line out for a London throw-in deep in their defensive third. Well, remember, folks, we got 3 more games on the schedule tomorrow. The action gets underway at 9 a.m. as we look to wrap up the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield with 3 more finals at 9 a.m., noon, and 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. London working it from the throw-in. Markham quickly hammer it back in off the volley from Alexander. Knocked forward and controlled here by Saavedra. She gets closed down. Giordanello couldn't come away with it, and now it's controlled by London's Monyard as it's touched out wide, and then the pass only gets as far as Saychuk. London quickly back in possession. There's a good ball played for Saavedra. Crashing towards it, but Saavedra never able to take possession as the Markham keeper coming off her line charges and corrals it now with the drop kick. Markham holding on to a 2-1 lead. They're trying to see this through to the final whistle. And the final whistle sounds. And Markham have secured the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield Championship in the girls under 17 division. What a game. What a final. And folks, we want to thank you for tuning in. And today's OPDL Gary Miller Charity Shield action was fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of the OPDL. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel after the match. Thank you again to our proud partners for today's event. Our premier partners, Toronto FC and the Canadian Premier League. Our program partners, Gatorade, as well as Respect in Sport, Sport Check, SoccerX, Nuthers the Awards Store, and of course, our sport partners, Canada Soccer. For our tremendous crew behind the scenes, my name's Nico Cardarelli. Thank you for tuning in all day long to the 2022 Gary Miller Charity Shield. And remember, we are back at it tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., live on Twitch. Folks, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.